Greetings, interwebs. Coming at you here from Dusseldorf, Germany. It's a super hot day. I wanted to take a few moments to share my quarter 2.5 recap. I meant to do this last month, but so much has been going on, so I wanted to share where I've been, what I've been doing, and what I've learned. Ready, set, go. So quarter 2 started in May when I left America to go to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia to see my yogi friend Chloe. We met at Vacasa and I decided to make a trip to go see her for a week before I got to Thailand. It was my second time in Malaysia, but it was really cool spending time with someone that lives there and knows the space because we got to wander all around the city, explore all delicious foods, get really cool drone shots of the KL Tower. We made a little adventure to the Bo Tea Plantation and got really cool drone shots there. We got to practice yoga every day, and she actually inspired me to create a video that I've been wanting to make for a really long time about my morning disciplines. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out on my YouTube. So my morning disciplines and routines have been just like a really important thing in my life, and it helps me show up so fully and present in my life. Doing cleansing techniques such as tongue scraping, neti pot, oil pulling, morning pranayama and yoga practice, all these things allow me to ground myself in my physical body so I can fully show up for myself. And it's critical to living your highest potential, because if you wake up in the morning and you just kind of like drift into the day, start your day with social media, it's really difficult to keep your mind balanced and centered. I'm really happy with this video because it truly has helped me become the best version of me. 6 days flew by in the blink of an eye, and it was time for me to go to Thailand, back to Koh Samui, my island home. Of course, I got to connect with all of my yogi friends, spend time with my mom and Garnett, and work with the one and only Reese Dixon, the owner of Oceana Samui. He and I have collaborated on some really cool stuff, but the reason that I came to Thailand was to film the wedding of him and his dearest wife, Jennifer. It was super fun because it was a 2-part wedding. It was a half Thai, half traditional wedding. I was just so honored that they brought me out to capture all of it. Special thanks to my friend Matthew Tong for shooting all the photos on the wedding day. And yeah, it was just a really fun time. So after the wedding, my father from China decided to make a trip out to the island. I feel so blessed and so honored to be in a place in my life where I can finally give back to my parents and spoil them and show how much I appreciate all they've done raising me to be the person that I am today. I had a place for my dad to stay. I paid for his motorbike and got to take him to Thai massages. I took him cupping and to steam sessions. We ate a bunch of delicious food together. I also feel so blessed that he and my mother made peace. They've been divorced for almost 20 years now. Just being able to put all the resentment and everything behind us has allowed us to just truly enjoy the rest of this life together as a family. I feel so grateful to have gotten to break the ancestral karmic cycle and not have any resentment, because typically in Chinese relationships or Chinese divorce, you save face to the grave, and being able to dissolve the ego and being able to just be present is such a gift, such a blessing. I feel so glad that my whole family can just be together and enjoy. So the last couple weeks on the island, I got back together with Reese and we began the Oceana 2.0 project gearing towards VIP clients. It's amazing. Reese is an entrepreneur that came to the island when he was a teenager, and he started with nothing. He's grown into one of the biggest boat charter companies on the island. I'm just so grateful that we're friends and we can make cool stuff together and we could party. It's an honor to have high-level friends like that. We captured some amazing shots, ridiculous shots of the 5 islands. So proud of them, and I'm so excited to go back to the island in August to finish it up and make another masterpiece together.
You say you want me, but then you go and do the same thing again. You say you need me, but then you go and say.
Just like that, it was time to travel again. I packed up all my things to get ready for a trip to Switzerland. This is my very first time coming to Europe, and I was just so excited to explore a whole new country, a whole new culture, experience new food, capture more cool shots, of course. And I came here to see my friends Romy and Jennifer, who I also met at Vacasa a few years ago. And I just feel always so much gratitude for yoga bringing me back to myself and so many yogi family members around the world. And the reason I came here was to shoot the wedding of Tim and Romy. I had the opportunity to wander all around the city of Zurich. I made a ton of new friends. I also made a post about this earlier this month about why it's so important to find your passions. Figure out what makes your heart sing, because then you can find other people who share the same love as you. And then that's how the tribes are built. That's how you find your family. It was so cool. I found a Smash Brothers community out here. So I got to nerd out with all of my video game friends and I got to go to a couple tournaments. I didn't win. I'm gonna come back and redeem myself. I also met some really cool photography friends too, Danny and Romeo. They saw me vlogging with my camera. It's so cool how conversations can start out of nowhere. I went out shooting with them, got some cool drone shots, got to be a yoga model, and they showed me some really cool places to shoot in the city. And of course, yoga. I was so grateful to find a Bikram studio out here in Zurich as well, and got to practice every day and keep my yoga practice really strong. I think when I'm traveling, or whenever you're traveling, it's important not to let your disciplines fall away, because then you lose your groundedness. Being extremely disciplined every single day, it just allows for an easier, smoother ride through this life. So coincidentally, serendipitously, however you view the universe, my yogi brother Jason happened to be here in Switzerland too, teaching some yoga workshops, and we decided to join forces to begin one of the biggest, most meaningful projects that we have both ever worked on. Jason was my teacher during my 500-hour teacher training at Vicasa, and he has instilled in me so much of who I am. So many deep practices and paradigms and understandings that allow me to swiftly coast through this life and have non-attachment and just really be able to be present. He recently purchased a fully kitted out Volkswagen bus. So we got to road trip all around Switzerland, from Valley Francesca to the mountain peaks of Pietrelcina. We initially didn't know what we wanted to produce, but we just kind of trusted in the universe and allowed the inspiration to flow through us. And I've always found, like with all of my creative endeavors, is that when you can be a really open channel and just allow the ideas to flow, magic is created. It has happened so many times. It's like when you try to force and push, have that masculine energy, which is good, but when you try to try hard to make it happen, it doesn't actually flow together like it should. So allowing to just being able to let go, everything just happens so much easier. We spent a great deal of time making guided meditation videos, guided yoga practices to share the deep teachings of what yoga really is about. He's also been studying the science of Tantra yoga, and this is the secret of harnessing your sexual energy. We are going to be putting together a product to help enlighten and raise consciousness for everyone. So many people in the modern day don't really understand the power of sex. I'm here to distill his 20 years of knowledge into videos and translate it in a way so we can share the magic to the masses to receive. So we made countless road trips, countless memories, so many kilometers traveled, so many cool drone shots, and we decided that it'd be a good idea for me to come back to Europe in October and November to film his workshops. So I'm so excited to experience more of Switzerland and all the goodness that Europe has to offer. Switzerland is seriously the most top-notch, apex, high-level place I've ever experienced, I've ever seen in my life. The water is so clean everywhere. Everyone is so considerate. The city is just so clean, and the architecture is so cool, and I've never seen anything like it. I've spent a lot of time the past 5 years exploring Asia, so it's really cool to see and experience something on the other side of the planet, and it is so top-notch. I want to live here one day. And then I got to travel to St. Moritz with Rami and Tim to film their beautiful civil wedding. Everything was super traditional Bavarian, so it was a really new style that I've never filmed before. They had a horse carriage. The reception was in this cozy cabin. It was really the most perfect wedding that I've ever seen. I also got to be part of the family, being able to go hiking and practice yoga every morning with Tim's mom. I'm so grateful that I got to just have the family vibe even when I'm away from mine. So it was also my 10-year anniversary of moving to Vegas while I was out here in Europe. I can't believe that a decade has passed since I left Tacoma, Washington in pursuit of my dreams. Just being able to reflect on how many years have passed and how much I've grown, I just feel so grateful to be where I am right now in this life. If it wasn't for taking the leap, if it wasn't for just having a dream to go after, I would have missed out on so many experiences, and I honestly don't know where I would be right now. I encourage everyone to find and figure out what their passion is, because when you do, the universe just kind of unfolds in a way that I can't even explain. It's so magical when you just follow your heart. It sounds so cheesy and cliche, but you follow your heart and everything else is taken care of. Truly, really. I also got to see Zurich Festival. It's so crazy how universe just aligned for that, because it's a festival that happens once every 3 years in Zurich. I think it was like 2 million people come into the city, and there's just like delicious foods, there's crazy planes flying through the sky, and all this live music. And I almost got in trouble with the police for flying my drone, but thankfully I was very subordinate and cooperative, and I didn't get in trouble. I just got a warning. So I'm currently in Germany right now, about to film part 2 of Tim and Rami's wedding. It's gonna be one giant party with the whole family. There's gonna be a ton of delicious food. I'm excited to try all the German beers, and I'm excited to put together this video that's gonna be probably one of the most beautiful wedding videos I've ever put together, and just to make something that the family is gonna be able to cherish forever. So grateful that I've been blessed with these talents, and I have all these wonderful friends from all over the world that want me to come out and make videos for them. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, how is this even all happening? How is this possible? I'm so full of so much appreciation and gratitude for life. Truly such a magical experience. So the one thing that I want to share is that you have to enjoy each moment to the absolute fullest. Whether it's like a high moment or a low moment, you just experience it. We're just actors in this movie, and when you take life too seriously, that's where all the suffering comes. When you have attachment or craving, or you have aversion, trying to push things away, when you can just kind of observe this experience from like a third person perspective, it's not as serious as we make it out to be. And it's really important just to not take life so seriously. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be just this beautiful ride of all the emotions, all the happy and sad feelings, whatever you're feeling, just go through it and sit with it. And just, even when I'm traveling, I go through the ups and downs, and just not having any attachment to it allows it to be a much more blissful, smoother ride. Time only speeds up as we grow older, so you really have to just be here in the now, in the moment. Otherwise, life just kind of like slides right past. And it's always the same reoccurring lesson in my life, is to practice presence and meditate and practice yoga every day, and be strong and rooted in your disciplines so you can just be your fullest potential. So important, and I can't stress it enough. I say it in every video that you have to be disciplined and present. So yeah, I think that about sums it up. Thank you guys for always joining me on my journeys. I have so much fun being able to share all these travels and experiences with you guys, and everything that I'm learning, and just growing the flower blooming to perfection, just sharing this wild ride of life. Thank you guys for always hearing me and seeing me. I have a lot of stuff coming up before I go to America. I'm actually flying back to Thailand, and then I'm going to Hong Kong to see my friend Benny, and then I'm gonna go to China to go see my father, and then I'm coming back to Europe to travel around with Jason again. We're gonna go to Sweden and Amsterdam and all these other cool places, and then hopefully maybe sometime around Christmas I'll go back to America. But this is why I buy one-way tickets, because it's always just open-ended. I'm never sure what's gonna happen, but I just allow it all to flow and not be so attached to what I want. All right, I think that's enough talking for now. I'm gonna go explore Düsseldorf, and I'm excited for you guys to continue being on this journey with me. So much gratitude again. Remember to love yourself, practice non-attachment, tell the people that you love them as much as you can. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!
Feeling a little too comfortable, and I think it might be the perfect time, yeah, to have a taste of my own advice, from places I've never
this what I was hoping for? To live by my uncertainty principles. 'Cause I